Okay, hello everybody. I'm meteorologist Ashley Smith here in the First Alert Streaming Center on this Tuesday morning. What a refreshing morning again, but already starting to warm things up. I was just outside working on a story for 4th of July. And yes, it's starting to warm up. Still feels really nice outside, don't get me wrong. But yes, if you haven't heard, and I don't know what you maybe prefer to watch as far as this live stream, but we are now everywhere. Anytime that we have 19 at noon, Facebook, YouTube. We have not enabled the YouTube live chat yet, so if you want to be interactive, then Facebook's probably the best place, but we do plan to eventually do that. It's just another thing to keep up with, so we're just kind of easing into it. But yes, so we are everywhere. All the time now. So yeah, it just gives you another platform to watch on. And the other thing about YouTube, because we were always on YouTube, but it was under our 24-hour channel. Now it's its separate thing, is that you can now go back and watch that as well. Now, of course, with weather, it gets dated pretty quickly. So I would recommend if you are watching it after the fact that, you don't wait too long because it does become dated. So yes. Let's dive right into it. So beautiful weather out there right now, just a gorgeous day. So if you are going to be heading out and about today, you're not going to have any concerns with any kind of rain. Now it will start to warm up, but still going to be very nice. Hello, Jeff. Yeah, so we're going to talk about those storms because, of course, Wednesday and Thursday are both first alert weather days. So we'll talk about that as well. We're also going to talk about Hurricane Beryl, which continues to strengthen. Just a really very historically strong storm and unfortunately going to cause a lot of damage, especially it looks like it's setting its sights on Jamaica right now. But yeah, as far as what's happening in our neck of the woods, just not much. Yeah, we're going to see more clouds today compared to what we saw yesterday. Still a beautiful day though, with just a few of those high thin clouds out there right now. Let's jump to Beryl. Still a Category 5 hurricane, still moving pretty quickly. West-northwest at 22 miles per hour. Sustained winds of 160 miles per hour. Gusts are even higher than that. Let me actually look off screen here at what they say about Beryl. Yeah, Jamaica probably tomorrow evening. The intensity forecast remains uncertain. So that's the thing. It could start to get shredded once it starts to hit some of these islands, but just definitely not happening right now. Beryl is forecast to remain a powerful hurricane as it moves across the Caribbean Sea later this week. Hurricane warning for Jamaica, where hurricane conditions are expected on Wednesday. Tropical storm warning also in effect for the south coast of Hispaniola. Hurricane watch for Cayman Islands and southwestern portion of Haiti. So Jamaica, Haiti, Cayman Islands, all going to have some impacts from Hurricane Beryl. And then heavy rain, flash flooding for Jamaica, Belize, Yucatan Peninsula, Cuba, and southwestern Gulf of Mexico should monitor the progress of Beryl. So lots of folks, unfortunately. Let me see here, the tropical track. I know I had that yesterday, and then I think I did not add it to my show. So that might actually be difficult to pull up. Let me see here. Okay. Hopefully I saved it. That would have been the smart thing to do. Okay, looks like I did. So obviously right now a Category 5 hurricane expected to weaken to between a Category 4 and 3 as it does hit Jamaica, continues to move west toward the Yucatan Peninsula there in Mexico as we head into the weekend. So still some time to weaken. It looks like it'll be a Category 1 storm by the time it hits Mexico, and then weakening to a tropical storm as it heads toward parts of Texas as well. So okay, so let's talk about our first alert weather days. And by the way, Beryl did become the earliest Category 5 hurricane on record. So July, I think it became Category 5 early this morning, but either way, July 1st or 2nd, the earliest we've ever had a Category 5 hurricane. Of course, normally the strongest storms come with the warmest ocean waters, so yeah, pretty crazy there. Okay, so first alert weather day tomorrow here at home for Wednesday and Thursday. we're saying storms will arrive after 2 p.m. I really think it's going to be much later than that for most of the storms, but there could be a scattered thunderstorm before the main line. Damaging winds, heavy rain, of course, potentially small hail. We're not looking at a threat for tornadoes, at least not as of right now. Let me dive in deeper to that risk. For tomorrow, yeah. So no threat of tornadoes. Tornado threat tomorrow is going to be well off to our west across parts of Nebraska and Kansas. And then wind threat for us is going to be the main threat. It doesn't even mention a threat for hail. Now, while we could have small hail that's sub-severe, that's possible, but just doesn't look like anything major as far as hail. Definitely going to be the damaging winds. That's going to be the main threat. So, okay. Dive into our local forecast and what's happening for the rest of the day today as well, because of course that is also important if you have outdoor plans today. Okay. So right now temperatures in the 70s and 80s, 80 in Brooksville and Maysville, 78 in Hillsborough and West Union, 80 in Florence, 79 in Milford. Warmer now compared to this time yesterday. Remember when we looked at this yesterday, it was the opposite. It was a lot cooler Monday compared to Sunday. Now it's a lot warmer Tuesday compared to Monday. So we've done a bit of a flip-flop there. But temperatures about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than they were at this time yesterday. Still pretty comfortable as far as that humidity. Dew points right now in the 50s and 60s, but definitely comfortable all things considered. Especially considering the time of year, July 2nd. You have the dew points in the 50s. That's not so bad. And enjoy it while it lasts because it's going to increase already really tomorrow. Right now at CVG, 81 is the current temperature. Winds are very light out of the southeast at 3 miles per hour. Remember, yesterday we did have some stronger wind gusts. It doesn't appear to be the case for today. And that sun's still setting at 9:08. Your high today close to 90. We'll see lots of sunshine. So temperatures a lot warmer than yesterday by about 10 degrees. I think yesterday we officially made it to 80. But yeah, definitely warmer. Okay, so here's your severe storm risk for tomorrow. There is also a severe storm risk for Thursday, so I'm going to pull this up and do a little tweaking to it. 1 second, please. Okay. So this is tomorrow, Wednesday. We do have a slight risk for most of the viewing area. This has not moved very much, so confidence increasing for those areas that could see severe weather tomorrow. Again, that is going to be, this frustrates me. Hold on 1 second. This is, okay. So damaging winds, definitely going to be the main threat. Heavy rain, small hail, not expecting anything significant. And then let's look at Thursday's threat. So again, ignore what it says for that's Wednesday, ignore that. This is Thursday. We're in a marginal threat for severe storms across much of the region. Now, another thing to remember is that, let's go back to Wednesday because that's the here and now, or at least the more immediate here and now. These severe storm threats from these convective outlooks, as they're called, from the Storm Prediction Center, go from Wednesday morning through Thursday morning, then Thursday morning through Friday morning. So this actually does continue through Thursday morning. Then once we get to about 7 a.m. or after 7 a.m., it becomes that marginal threat. So just keep that in mind. We still have that threat even on Thursday. Let's take this full so you can see those storm chances. A lot of people asking about fireworks displays. So let's talk more about that because a lot of people are doing fireworks Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I know it continues for several days, so we'll talk about each of those. Here's Wednesday. And Wednesday, we do see that chance for storms in the afternoon and evening. We actually kind of went back and forth on this in the Weather Center because while we do have the threat for those strong to severe storms, not everybody sees it. So remember that. Our forecast is broad. It's for the entire region. That doesn't mean you're going to see severe storms, but there is that chance for severe storms for the entire region. It's a matter of where these storms pop up, where the environment is most conducive. So tomorrow afternoon, again, we're saying after 2 p.m. I really think it's going to be later than that. Here's 5, 6 p.m. We're seeing those storms. 7, 8, 9 p.m. still dealing with some of those spotty thunderstorms. It continues throughout much of your Wednesday evening. By Thursday, the chances for those storms to be severe are much smaller. However, it's still there. And then look at what happens Thursday afternoon. I do think fireworks displays both Wednesday and Thursday will be fine. What I mean by that is it's not necessarily going to be dry the entire time, but I do think there's that window of opportunity where the fireworks will be able to be set off. Now, again, I mentioned that I know there's a lot of displays that continue even beyond that. So let's look at the broader view and continue that even throughout time. The other thing is, I know with these fireworks displays, they're going to have to keep them covered throughout the day, Wednesday and Thursday, depending on when those fireworks will be set off, because with that rain, it could wet the fireworks and it could have the potential to cause those problems as they let off the fireworks. So just something to keep in mind. By the time we get to Thursday, you're still looking at rain chances into the afternoon and evening hours. So both Wednesday and Thursday are going to be wet at times. So again, just something to keep in mind. Friday looks much better until the afternoon. More storms possible Friday afternoon and evening. But again, by like late evening, by the time the sun sets, not so bad on Friday. Saturday doesn't look too bad either, and Sunday is going to be dry as well. So the actual weekend is probably your best chance for those outdoor activities. Anything Wednesday and Thursday, even Friday, you're definitely going to have to monitor the weather. So those are your takeaways there. And then next week, of course, more of the same as we continue to dodge some of those showers and thunderstorms. So again, Wednesday and Thursday, both first alert weather days. Hot and humid weather expected for Wednesday, a little bit better on Thursday. Storm chances continue Friday. We are dry this weekend. Highs in the mid to upper 80s Saturday and Sunday, not nearly as humid. We're near 90 on Monday with isolated storm chances as well. So still very active weather expected. Okay, let me go back. Make sure I answered all of your questions. But again, let me kind of summarize that. Yeah, JP, Beryl is really bad. Yeah, Jeff, I'm kind of with you. I mean, today is nice. Yesterday was really nice, but yeah, it's going to be changing a lot. So we'll be able to see fireworks. Okay. So again, here's my takeaway. Wednesday and Thursday, both days, we have those storm chances. As far as outdoor activities, if you have any of those, and the only reason I mentioned Wednesday, I know we got an email and we've gotten several comments that some places are celebrating the 4th on Wednesday, or maybe they're taking off work early. I think this is a popular week to take off the entire week. Seems that way even here. There's a couple people that are off the entire week. So if you're off tomorrow, and again, with that first alert weather day, I want to draw your attention to the fact that the weather will be, kind of disruptive at times. Storm chances both Wednesday and on Thursday. It does look like the late evening hours after sunset, both days, you will be mostly okay for those fireworks. However, you're going to have to dodge some storms before that. Friday definitely looks stormy earlier in the day, especially during the afternoon hours. It is cooler. It is not quite as humid. And then this weekend looks great. Really nice weather for both Saturday and Sunday. So I would make my outdoor plans for Saturday and Sunday. Ricky, that is a great question. And, who knows? Who knows? That is a great question. Okay. Just want to make sure there's nothing that I'm not wrong about the weekend, just looking at a couple of other things. Yeah, Beryl, while we won't have any direct impacts from Beryl, it just goes to show you that, the NOAA, National Hurricane Center, predicted a very active hurricane season, and so far that's been accurate because we've already had 3 named storms and we've already had a historic storm, or we're experiencing a historic storm with the first Category 5, the earliest Category 5 storm we've ever had on record. So, and a lot of this is because of the warm ocean waters that directly correlates. Okay, thank you, John. Okay. There is another possible storm out there that they will be watching at the National Hurricane Center as well. Okay, I just want to go back over that hourly forecast for the storm chances tomorrow and maybe Thursday. I don't know this one, but yes, tomorrow and Thursday, and then I think I'll be able to sign off. So yeah, so this is a different model than what I showed you before, and it's even less overdoing those storm chances, although it keeps them in a little bit later. So for fireworks tomorrow, doesn't look as good. Thursday still looks better. So, you gotta do it on the actual holiday, right? But I used to live in a town that celebrates St. Patrick's Day big time, and they would have the parade on St. Patrick's Day no matter what day of the week it was. It could be Sunday, it could be Friday, it didn't matter. And they always said they got good weather because they did it on the 17th, but yeah. Okay, so tomorrow afternoon, again, seeing those spotty thunderstorms continue through tomorrow evening. I do think once we get to sunset, we're looking a lot better tomorrow, despite the fact that that previous model didn't agree with me. And then Thursday, it's really similar conditions. You're dodging showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon hours, both Wednesday and Thursday. It does look like most of the activity tapers off by the time that we get to sunset, which of course is when you want to be setting off those fireworks anyways. I think between 9 and 10. Well, thank you, Ricky. I appreciate your support. Yeah, it seems like between 9 and 10 is when a lot of those fireworks displays are, and I think you're going to be okay by that point. So, okay. Let's see. Hope everybody has a safe 4th. If you're traveling, I'm going to be traveling just for a very quick trip home. Speaking of a small town that celebrates, my town, Chester, West Virginia, is my hometown, and they love the 4th of July. It is a big deal. So I'm excited that I actually just kind of lucked out and had the day off on Thursday, which is the 4th. So I'll be able to get up there for that, see some family from out of town, which is awesome. I have relatives from California and Arizona in town. So obviously I don't see them very often. So that's going to be awesome. And yeah, but I'm kind of like looking at the forecast, like when do we actually want to drive up there? Because I don't want to drive in the storms necessarily if I can avoid it. And then also I wanted to talk about, as far as having a safe 4th, fireworks safety. In addition to all the common sense about setting off fireworks, remember that it's been very dry lately. I know I showed you the drought monitor yesterday, but that's just something to remember because with it being so dry, and especially if it's going to be windy at all, you're going to be looking at an increased chance for that fire to spread if perhaps your fireworks get out of control. So working on that story for, I believe, tomorrow, and talking about ways to safely put out those fireworks if you do get into a situation where the fire starts to spread. So we'll be talking about that as well. Of course, it seems like every year we talk about some like devastating situation where somebody got really hurt in fireworks. So we want to avoid that. Make sure everybody uses common sense over the holiday. Okay, I think that's all that I have for you guys right now. Yeah. I think I'll be doing 19 at noon tomorrow as well. So I will see you then. And of course, tonight you can tune in and see Chief Meteorologist Steve Horstmeyer do his streaming show at 7:15. He'll be able to go into more detail about those first alert weather days as well. That's funny, Jeff. Yeah, sometimes it is nice to travel. So, okay, anyways, yes, I hope that you all have a great day. Enjoy the relatively cool weather while it lasts because the heat is increasing today and tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody.